Hi, Syarm and Amie.
Hi, Dalib. And Amie said hi. He's very busy at the moment.
Yeah, so Amie was like in the frame like before I started recording, but he is very busy. He's a very busy man as always. I mean, that's what
Very
happens
busy,
when
always.
that's what happens with Amie, man. But Syarm, like, gotta ask you, like, how are you, man? I've not seen you in like quite some time.
I think ever since COVID-19 started, I think that was the last time we saw each other. Yeah, but I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Things I've been keeping myself busy with interviews and band stuff. So yeah, just keeping myself occupied since I'm not working. So just keeping myself occupied with all this stuff at the moment. Yeah, I'm
It's
all
alright, man.
good.
You can pursue
Yeah.
your full-time career as a musician right now because you're like, screw my day job, man. I'm gonna be a full-time performer.
I wish, but staying in Singapore, it's really impossible. It's really hard for us to reach to that level, full time musician. So just do, just do whatever I can at the moment.
But
Just
anything
spend
that
my
keeps you
time.
occupied, I suppose. But that being said, like, gotta tell everyone, like, the band that you're in and how long you have been together with the band.
Okay, okay. I've been playing with the band E-Thereal for 9 years. This year marks the ninth year playing with E-Thereal. This coming September actually. So yeah, I've been playing with this band since I was 18 and I play as the vocalist. And the band plays melodic death metal, a fusion of progressive and a bit of grindcore. We like to just, play rojak and make our own music. So yeah, yeah. Other than E-Thereal, actually I have a new band just about to form with Damien and Thor. Okay, we're gonna play something like Blacken Melodic Death. Okay, more heavy. We are now in a process of songwriting. So probably somewhere in mid of August, then we will record the new song, and then we will release on the digital music platform. Yeah, band name we are still pending. So uh keep stay tuned, and we will let you guys know lah. Yeah.
I recommend like one of those SMCs that no one's ever heard of, but I think let's not get into that. I mean, think about it. It would be cool if you call a band like Radema's SMC. That was like, what the fuck's a
Wow.
Radema's SMC, man? But okay, but that
Oh
being
my
said,
god.
right, for that band that you are forming with Damien, who was in Tribunal, that Damien, I
Yes.
believe, yes, and Toph
Yeah.
is in
Paramount and Cadet.
Harry Mod. There you go. It was
Mm.
my mind. I was like, oh man, I know he was in Cadet, but he was in this other band with like other people that I know. But yeah, Harry Mod. Whereas for
Yeah.
E-Thereal, who else is in that band?
Okay. Currently, we are a four-piece band. We used to be a five-piece, but now we are a four-piece. So, it consists of me as the vocalist, Rudy Rosmawan as the guitarist, Nasri Samad the bassist, and Ros Khalil as the drummer. Yeah, Nasri Samad, he is also the bassist and also the vocalist of BC. Used to be a bassist of Blackstone as well.
But no one cares about BC, man. BC is a shit band because Zeus in that
Oh
band.
my god, yes, yes, yeah, BC, rock on.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Seriously, every single time I listen to BC, I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy's doing, man? Like the only
Oh, I
redeeming
think
member
it's
of that band is
frustrating.
Marcus, and that's about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone else just fuck off, man. Especially Zoo, man. Zoo's a dog.
Oh, well, but that guy is mad on drums, man.
I
He
mean,
can go
jokes.
he can go from playing like the slow kind songs, like I don't know, like more like alternative song music. But when it comes to like those BC songs, oh my god, he just from 0 to 100 within a split second. That guy is mad.
Just like that, man.
Yeah.
But what intrigues me the most is the fact that obviously not just the fact that E-Thereal has been undergoing like quite a number of lineup changes over the years, and they've been around for like quite some time, man. I think like for the first time I first like joined like our local music community till like now, like E-Thereal is like one of those names that you know. But I think what astounds me even more is the fact that you've been with E-Thereal for like 9 years, dude. Like shit, it only felt like yesterday that it was supposed to announce that you joined the band, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I can't believe that. I also can't believe that I'm really with the band for 9 years, and I would never thought that I could be, staying this long, in this band. Like I thought that, maybe someday that I will walk out because commitments or something like that. But thankfully I'm I'm still with the band, and I just love this band. Like the bandmates that I have, I'm really blessed. They are understanding. They are fun to be with, and whatever ideas that we have, we just share. Um, no arguments and stuff like that. So I'm very very comfortable with these guys, and I hope that I can just be in the band, be with E-Thereal until the day that I really cannot growl, or I really sick, or touch wood lah, touch wood, sick or what. Then yeah, that is the day that I will just retire from the music scene, or just retire from playing with the band.
But how did you first got in contact with like the band, and what was like the whole like auditioning process, so to speak, while joining a band like E-Thereal? Because I must say, man, it's definitely would have been like huge shoes for you to fill in compared to like your predecessor.
Yeah, yeah. Way before I joined E-Thereal, I was actually already a fan of E-Thereal. I discovered them when I was 15, back then in 2008, when they first released the first full-length album, The Acts of God. Sorry, I'm trying to distract myself because Amy is like trying to stop it. Do your thing lah.
It's okay. It's typical Amie behavior, man.
Annoying you every time. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
why
so
we
I
love
was
him.
really a fan of them. Yeah, that's why Dani loves you. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I was really a fan of them. My friend got this full length album, the first full length album for me, and I listened to their music, and that's why I fell in love with their music and the band. Oh, that was when I was 15. How I got into the band? Alicia, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the brother Rudy, the other Rudy, not Rudy Rasmawan. Um, he was in E-Thereal. So at the point of time I was 18. So he added me on Facebook. And then he tried to know more about me. And he was asking me about my music interests and stuff like that. And he was asking me whether I played in a band before. So I said no lah, I never played before. I never played in any band, but I've been wanting to try it out because I feel like I think like why not? You just give it a try. I think I found something that really interests me, which is playing the band. So so how I got to know is Alicia was the one who recommended her brother that why not you try this girl, Syarm. He PM me on Facebook and asked me, would you like to try out E-Thereal, because our current vocalist, she's leaving soon due to commitments. So at that point of time, I was only 18. Then when a big band like E-Thereal calling me to try out for them, I was like, is this for real? I was in disbelief. So I said, are you really sure that you want me to try out for E-Thereal? Because I think one thing is because their music is not easy to play, and um I'm at the moment I was just scared, just nervous. So they say don't be scared. We are just normal people. So we just give it a try out. We just jam, and try out 1-2 songs, practice 1 to 2 songs. Then from there you will see whether if you are comfortable playing with us. So I took the leap of faith, and I tried. I said, okay, I accept your offer. Then you just give me the songs that you want me to try. So yeah, that's where it all started. That's where it all began, where I first joined E-Thereal. Yeah, it was really it was an unforgettable thing, because like to me at the point of time it was like a huge accomplishment, a huge mission for me to accomplish. So yeah, that's how I managed to join. That's how I got to join E-Thereal back then.
And all at the age of 18 no less, man. I mean, that's like no mean feat. I think most of us like at 18, even like if we were into like bands and everything, we are still like cutting our teeth, you know, trying to get into the whole music and everything. But for you
Yep.
to just like auditioning for theater and just playing for them like 9 years old, I think it's a huge milestone, I would say. Because like it's really
Yeah.
hard for like bands, especially in Singapore, to have a consistent lineup, let alone have a long shelf life.
Okay.
I think you notice as well, like over the years when we go for shows and stuff, like some of these bands that we used to watch, they had, you know, potential, they had promise, and they were going strong for like a couple of years. And the next thing you know, they just fizzle out.
Oh yeah, it's really sad to see that bands like that to just go on hiatus, and when they're actually very talented people. Yeah, I wonder how these people are doing.
You know, I would like to find out as well, man. I mean, I've been digging up like some of my older videos, like archives and everything, and I watched some of these videos while uploading them. And it's kind of cool to like relive those moments, but at the same time, I feel kind of sad because at that point of time, you know, I had like high hopes for that band, or I really thought these guys would get really far, or even perform on a larger platform. Aside from Babies, of course, like maybe elsewhere, like Hammer Sonic or something. But over the years, like some of these guys, they either stop playing music altogether, or they have like different projects and stuff. And I think some of the reasons that I've heard is it boils down to the fact where, you know, they have to focus on work, they have family commitments and other challenges that they have to face along the way. So for yourself, like when you first started to join a band, like was there any resistance back home, or what were some of the criticisms that you have heard like throughout the years while
Mm,
being in a band or being in the music community in general?
hmm. So far, criticisms I've not heard from my own ears yet. Maybe there are people criticizing me, like what, I don't know. So I just don't want to make any accusations on that. I just want to say that when I first joined the band, like I was scared to tell anyone. I was afraid because, like, of course, like people will stereotype me, like, and they will say things like, sure now, Syarm join E-Thereal. Wow, this one confirm wanna get the name, the title of the being famous or something like that. So I was so scared until, and I told my bandmates that that just no, let's just keep it low profile until you guys like double confirm want to make me as the vocalist of the band. Because I was so scared, that I got think of this, like if I join this band, like I'm sure there are people who will who find that who will find me, I don't know, they will just find me like a bit more on a negative side, like they will think that uh or maybe they will think negative of the band because I'm the only female person in the band. So I'm just afraid that they will think that, oh, this band want to be famous because there's a female in the band. So they will think that my band is making use of me to make to make E-Thereal like more known, famous. But I just think that for us, our thinking is that we just want to play music and we just want to have fun. We just want to promote the music that we create, and we don't have the thinking of going far, like like in Paiti Ruja. They are international level, right? The whole world knows in Paiti Ruja. We don't go there. We just wanna, if people know us, okay. But if people don't know us, it's okay. We just want to promote music, and we just don't want people to we don't want to bring hate. We don't want to say things that make people feel hurt or what. So our aim is to just make music. That's about it. um of course, over the years, when we want, we try to get out of the comfort zone by um performing outside of Singapore, like somewhere in, like, at least Malaysia or Indonesia. We did it once, back in 2013 in Medan. Okay, but uh throughout the years after that, we tried, but we couldn't, because like every time there was an offer made, one of the band members cannot make it because maybe some of them like Nas, reservists, or my guitarist had to work, cannot take leave. So it's really hard for us, but we also try not to feel like we try not to feel down or negative or anything. So we just make use of whatever that local gigs. Okay, we make use of the local gigs. So whoever organizers, right, they want to invite us perform. Then if we have the chance to perform, we just grab it and go, and just we just do our best. Yeah. I don't know if I'm making sense or not after all this.
I totally get you, man. Like it's very hard for bands to want to perform overseas because in order for you to perform overseas, even if it means like just a weekend trip to like Indonesia, for example, like it means everybody has to be free. They can't have anything that will interfere with the plans and stuff. And it's not, especially when you work in Singapore, where you know there's so many things that you have to deal with. Like even if you're, how do I put it, like as it is, like your weekdays are gonna be packed with work and other personal commitments, and then weekends are like the only way you can catch up with some of these things. And it's always a struggle, especially with like some of these bands. So I understand that, you know, sometimes like you kind of feel like left out. Like you see like some of your fellow performers like performing at Hammer Sonic or even like places like Rumah Api in Malaysia and the like, and you're just like looking from afar. You're just like, I want to do that, but it's kind of hard because, you know, of commitments of my bands. But at the same time, like I would say at least you had the opportunity to perform in Medan, Indonesia, and that brings to my next question. Like, how does it feel like to perform like outside of Singapore? How was like the crowd,
Oh,
right, and the environment?
wow, the crowd there, crazy AF, like crazy as fuck, man. Like they were really supporting. Like even when we first played when we played the first song, they went ape shit. The circle pit was right, it was huge. The space of the gig, right, where they stand, it's like the size of a basketball court. So and it was fully packed. It was fully packed with people, and yeah, when we played the first song, they went ape shit. The circle pit was huge. We were like overwhelmed, and the support that we received from them it was tremendous. They were very accommodative to us. So whatever like equipments that we needed at the point of time, they provided to us. Because they come from where the place that we played. I think the area around there, right, is like more to the kampong style. So whatever they tried to cater to us, they tried their best, and we saw their effort. So apart from that, that they tried to make friends, tried to be friends with us. They were very nice, and yeah, the Indonesian crowds are really crazy. I mean, if you go for Hammer Sonic, I mean, you can see the crowd. Like Indonesian fans are just crazy. They are really really wonderful people, and I'm really thankful that I had the chance to perform there. I'm really thankful.
And to actually like soak in the atmosphere and the fanaticism of these fans as well, I would say. I mean, I've only seen clips of like Hammer Sonic and the adventures that some of them have gone up to. So thank you, Jarvis and Ganesh, for providing that to me by Instagram, but also Tina as well. And I think what you say is true, man. Like, I would say like the Indonesian fans, like by and large, are very passionate and they actually really go out of their way to ensure that their visitors have a good time in their host country.
Yeah.
But most importantly, man, if Indomie were to listen to this, please sponsor my show.
Then
I
give me a bit. I also love Indomie.
sure, man. Um, how
Yeah.
many how many boxes do you want?
Oh, just give me one or can already. One boxes.
Deal. So yeah. So
Okay.
my running joke is that I always want Indomie to sponsor my show, man, because I love Indomie, and
Come on,
I
Indomie, please. Please sponsor my friend Olive.
I need to hashtag them after this. But also at the same time, like that aside, when you go on stage, especially when you had your first, let's say you perform for E-Thereal for the first time, like what were the emotions that were running through your mind before you go on stage? Be it like your first show, or being in Indonesia, or being back on stage after a long time. Like, what goes through your mind? Like, do you do any like prep work or stuff for that?
Okay, for when the very first time I performed on stage, um, I had jitters. Was really nervous, definitely. Um, uh, at the point, I think the gig that we performed, I think it was like a contest. Like to do an opening act for this band. I forgot. But I think it's a post-hardcore band. I think so. I can't remember. That was like 9 years ago. It was at 7 inch. So the people that came to the gig, it was not like our kind of people, not the metal heads. They are more to the post-hardcore kids. So I was nervous, but I tried to give my all lah. I tried to deliver my performance. But when I perform on stage, most of the time I actually look back at my drummer rather than I face the crowd, because I was really that nervous. It was really the first time I performed. So that was the first mistake I did. I shouldn't have done that, but because I was too nervous, so I had to move that focus away from the crowd and just focus on my drummer, so that I can breathe better. I can perform better. And then when I felt better, then I go to the crowd. I just look back to the crowd and just deliver my performance lah. So it was really really it was actually exciting at the point of time, and I also really really nervous also. I was scared that I would fuck things up, or I was just afraid that I could like forget the lyrics or something like that. About Medan, okay, for Medan, I was really, really excited actually, because like when we got the offer to perform in Medan, like the first thing that comes to mind was like, oh my god, Indonesian crowds. They are really supportive and they're really passionate. Oh my god, I'm just looking forward for them to go crazy, you know. So I wasn't really nervous. I was more too excited actually, and yeah, and like thankfully, like our performance, we did our best. There were hiccups along the way because of the technical problems, but we just whatever, we just go all out. And the crowd was happy. The crowd were happy. So if that makes them happy, then we were also happy. So regarding about, okay, there were a few times also like E-Thereal went hiatus for quite some time, and then sekali that 1 year you never hear about us, then the next thing you know that E-Thereal is gonna perform for this gig and stuff like that, right? Yeah, of course I feel jitters again. I felt the jitters because like 1 year of not performing, not rehearsing. So like the momentum has gone back from to zero. So from 100 to zero. Okay. So yeah, the I got stage fright. Yeah. So I just try to overcome that feeling, and I just do whatever that I think I can do. Just deliver my best. Just do my best lah. Yeah.
Because I mean, above all else, man, I think the most important thing is that you go on stage, have fun, and see like the reaction of the crowd, like be receptive of your
Yeah.
performances. And as of course, like I've seen you perform on stage like a couple of times, man. On one hand, like I need to like take away the fact that you're my friend and see you as the performer instead of my friend. Because like like when you see your friends on stage, like immediately you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna like make fun of my friend on stage because that's how friends are like. But then
I
it's
still
like,
remember there was one time that I think my band performed at substation. Then I think you fed me ice cream. Or was it substation or Ali Wall? You were eating ice cream, then you fed me ice cream. Just before eating perform. I
I
think it was in
no,
Ali
I
Wall.
think it was no, I think it was the man. I ate ice cream twice during a show, man. Wait, let me think. I think it
Nice
was
show. Wow.
it might have been the Chinese chambers. It might
Right.
There you
Yes.
go.
One of the yeah. Yeah, Chinese symbols. Yes, you fed me ice cream just before I was about to perform. Yeah.
So I need to explain to like people who are kind of confused to why am I feeding my friends ice cream. So there was a show at the Singapore Chinese Chambers. I think that's what it's called. And I just felt like having ice cream, and unfortunately, like I can hear that. So what happened was that I decided to just buy ice cream, man. I can't even remember what ice cream it was. It was a Ben& Jerry's like strawberry cheesecake or something, and I just like said to have like an ice cream in the middle of a mosh pit because whatever, you know. No one's gonna
Yeah, you
no one's
sent me
gonna
that strawberry cheesecake.
yeah.
I remember that.
And I just felt like having it. So that was why I was like, you want some? You want some? And then you just happened to be there. I was like, yeah, there's some, man.
Okay, feed me. Ah.
I actually can't believe that you still remember that because I kind of forgot about it.
Oh, you're my friend. I remember. I can still remember that, you know, you're my friend. And you're the only one who fed me ice cream just before I was about to perform. You were the only one. So yeah. How can I forget that?
I like to do random shit, man.
Yeah, of course. That leaves.
It's called providing moral support to your friends through comfort foods. It
Yeah.
helps. Also at the same time, like if we're talking about friendship as well, like both of us, man, like I think we've known each other for like a decade now. I think it all began with where was this? Yeah, back to the whole black hole story again, man. Like
Yeah.
I think that's where like, most of us kind of knew each other, like through the black hole days, where we all go for shows on a regular basis, and we tend to like check bands out and stuff. And for you, like when you first started going for shows, like what were the first few bands that caught your attention right away?
The first few bands. When I first came to the scene was in 2008. Okay, when I first attended a gig, right, it was actually a rock kapak gig.
Oh,
So
okay.
so the first few bands that kind of caught my attention was I don't know if you've heard this before, Osiris, Mercenarian, the first time Skullmania, the date in Japan. Who else? Rock Bible. Yeah, Rock Bible. And then slowly I got away from the rock kapak gigs because I just lost interest in the gig, and then discovered more heavier bands like Saitan. Remember Saitan?
Yes.
Yeah, and then what was Javi's band at the point of time?
Fujicon.
It's not.
Sama
No,
Satanas.
this Sama Satanas. No, it was the band that he played when he still had long hair. Zaganov, yeah. Zaganov, and then Stillborn. What else? Absence of the Sacred.
Wow, that's the band
Yeah,
in such a long time.
I know, right? I miss that band, man. Powerful, man. Touch Fallen Kingdom. What else? Bloodstone. Iron Fist. What else? What else? Yeah, there were a few bands that got me into the local scene. Xanadu, definitely Xanadu. Because at the point of time they were so active, right, back then. You know, they played at Gossip Bar, Black Hole. Yeah, so yeah, we always, you know, watch them perform. Yeah, I think these are the few bands. I think there's a lot more, but I can't think right now. There's a lot more bands that I actually enjoyed watching them perform. Oh yeah, Wormrod, For House Butchery. Yeah. Inner Diction. Yeah. So these are the few bands, the very few bands that I first watched them perform. Yeah.
Man, like some of these names that you mentioned, man, like I've not heard them in a very, very long time. Like Absence of Secret, for example, like wow, I don't even know what happened to them, man. Like of course there are some bands like Time Fallen Kingdom, and you know, I think Indonesia kind of like I think they are like on hiatus or something. But
yeah,
I think like the wonderful thing about like some of these bands that you mentioned as well, and along with Jarvis's like 1001 bands, which I cannot keep up as well. I'm surprised I
cannot keep up.
Surprising that I could actually like name all of them. But that being said, like it's also something that I noticed that with like some of these bands that we talk about and we watch them live, like these guys also turn out to be our friends in turn. If you realize it, Like these guys, like you see them come on stage, they perform and everything, and then off stage, like you are just hanging out with them and just have a conversation and such. And these guys are like pretty approachable by and large. And this is something that I think I've discussed with like the mental health people as well. Like we said that I feel like our generation of people are the ones that um eradicates that kind of division that people used to have with like the different generations. Because like sometimes I feel that with the older bastion of cult metalheads, they will always like I don't know why, but some of them just have this like they always create some sort of barrier where it's just them and their friends, and then like the rest of us.
Yeah, they have like their own cliques and things like that. Yeah, back then.
And what I noticed is like that most of them they I don't know, man. It's like if I were to describe them, it's all about one and the same. They're around their 40s, for example, maybe the same, maybe racial group or something like that, and they're all like same mentalities and everything. And it becomes a very closeted thing where when you have like a group of people like that who are just going to be friends with their own friends and not wanting to like reach out to like newer metalheads or casual like gig goers, I think it also kind of affects people. It kind of affects like the attendances for shows, for instance. And I think this is like one of the reasons why when the older brigade were to say that, people don't really go for shows and everything, I feel like they are also like, kind of like part of the problem, because they really create this like hostility where does not make people want to go for shows.
Yeah, they are still walking around nowadays. There are still people like that now. We know a few of them, but we just don't want to name them. I know, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I say this openly because I don't really care if they're gonna come after me, but to me, I feel like it is a problem, and I feel that with such arcade mentality, you are not allowing like our local music community to thrive by allowing new people to come in. I mean, so what if they started going for metal shows because they attended one LAMC gig and then they started getting curious? Like everyone started from somewhere, and
exactly.
And I feel like they from that generation should know better that it's really hard to find material, especially like during our age where to buy a CD for HMV, for example, like, it's gonna cost you a lot of money, man. I think, let's be honest, man, between you and I, like, I think we downloaded a couple of songs, to find out more about these bands.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. We all been there once. So yeah, I mean, like what you said, like why are they still have that hostility thinking or that attitude towards newer metalheads? I just feel like it's unfair. You are stopping them from exploring more of what the local scene has to offer. I just feel that it's not nice. Like, give us a break, man. Like, this is our let us give us a chance to actually explore, and and why not you yourself, like, give yourself a chance to explore and make new friends with the newer generation, the newer metalheads. You never know that you will learn new things. Like, come on, man, this is 2020 already, man. Like, this is no longer in the 90s. Like, back then, if you want to have your own cliques, that one your pasal. But now it's 2020. Everyone knows everyone. So there's no point hating. There's no point saying, I am the shit. You are just waste of garbage, something like that. No, we are all equal. So if we love the things, like if we have the same interest, like listening to metal, we enjoy this music and stuff like that. I think there is no room for hate. Yeah, there's no room for elitists, definitely. So yeah, so if any one of them, if they are watching this, I hope they wake up. Just wake up, just wake up. If they want to say things about us, fuck them lah. I don't care also.
I totally agree with you as well, because okay, especially when I first started with the music, our local music committee and everything, and then when you go for shows, people add you like at random and everything, and I'll just accept it. I don't really think much of it. And then like over time, like especially like the older generation, like I see like some of the comments that they post or some of the things that they say. It's not just elitist comments or trying to define what rock ballad should be like in their own eyes and disregard any other form of music that comes along. But I noticed as well, like there's a very, very strong stench of like chauvinism as well, where they think of themselves as some sort of Manowar character, you know,
Mm.
like all high and mighty and shit, and they tend to like thumb down on, unfortunately, like sometimes like the females and stuff, and I feel like that should not be the way, because especially like in this day and age, like everybody can listen to rock and metal music regardless of your religious background or your gender or whatever you believe in. And that being said, like I've noticed like in the past like few years as well, there are more and more female metalheads going for shows, and this is on top of the original crew that I recognize, which is like you and Tina, Sophia, Alyssa, and whatnot. So for you, when you see like the newer batch of kids coming through, especially like the females going for shows, like how does that make you feel?
I'm actually happy that there are more female metalheads coming, newer metalheads, female metalheads, because I think music knows no gender, so anyone is welcome. They are welcome to attend gigs and explore the local music. But I'm really happy if there are more female metalheads coming to gigs and um just making friends with us. I think that I think it's normal for them to be afraid to approach us. But if you are new to the scene, if you are new to the local scene, okay, let me just talk to you, newer female metalheads out there. If you are new to the scene and if you want to attend the local gigs, but if you are scared, um just approach any of us. Like, I think we are actually fun people, okay, but if you're really scared, just just maybe bring a friend along so that you won't feel scared or you won't feel awkward. Because I think we all been there before, like when we first attended the local gig. I felt scared as well, like, because when we see their their faces, like, very green, very fierce, very unapproachable face they have. But I think in time to come, if you ladies keep attending gigs, and I think by the time you feel more comfortable, you can just approach any of us. Like, you can approach me, you can approach Dalif. We are really fun people. When we say fun, it's really fun. Like, we can really go crazy. We are really normal people. It's just that we have interest for metal, and I think people think that, oh, once you listen to metal, you're all green lah, fierce lah. Cut that bullshit. No, it's not that. Okay, we listen to metal is because we have a purpose why we listen to metal, is because it really resonates to us, the lifestyle that we have. You know, um, so just approach us if you want to attend local gigs in the future lah. But now cannot lah, COVID-19, right? So yeah. As you were asking how I feel, I mean, I feel really happy. So I just want to expect more female metalheads to attend the gigs. And I would like to input this also for those newer metalheads, female metalheads especially. If you guys want to start a band, or if you want to be like vocalist, whatever, guitarist, drummer, don't be scared. Um, have this mindset, like, fuck everything. I'm just gonna form a band, and because it's my hobby, and I really like playing music. So have this mentality. You don't have to be scared of people. You don't have to be scared of what they will say about you. Because when I first joined E-Thereal, I felt that too. But don't be scared lah. Just be yourself. Because when you once you feel comfortable, like, you never know that there are many opportunities be given to you. Like, when you form a band, and you perform a gig for a gig, and then you never know that if anyone or organizer likes your band, he will call you for future gigs. So don't be scared. I encourage more female metalheads to actually play music. Yeah, because we if men can do, women also can do. Okay, so just, I would like say, go Joe, don't scared, right?
I totally agree with you as well. Like, I think that being said, it also complements the fact that especially like in the metal community globally. Like you're seeing like more and more female-fronted bands emerging over the years, or even like those who are musicians just being part of a band. And these guys, they they stand out not because of their gender, but because of their talent. You know, and I feel that it says a lot about how metal music is going forth, and we're actually being more progressive by showcasing like the talents of people in our community, something that the older brigade needs to learn, I must say. But that being said, I had to take a pot shot, man,
True
because
though.
yeah, it's true. You know, it's something that I've always disagreed as well when I listen to, like, you know, the coffee shop talk, so to speak, and some of these things that they say, like I just cannot swallow because it makes zero sense. Like, look, you
What do they
know,
say?
like all you have to do is just give people a chance, regardless of where they come from or who they are. Like, who knows, maybe they might be something that you might want to check out. You know, I mean, if you're okay with, okay, basically I'll put it this way, like if you're okay listening to like Arch Enemy or Nightwish or even enjoy like the guitar skills of Nina Strauss, man, if you can give like Western musicians a chance, then you should be doing the same, not just for female musicians in our community, but for those who are attending shows as well, because
Yep.
they're there to learn about bands as well. Like, they are actually making the effort to head down and check them out and learn about our community. So, you know, like, to anyone who's actually listening to this, especially like the younger generation, like, don't be afraid, man. I mean, even if you don't talk to like a senior figure because you feel intimidated, it is understandable. Like, I was telling Sharik from, what was his band?
The wreckage.
The Wreckage. Thank you. I was like telling Sharik as well, man. When I went for my first metal show, I was I was just scared, man. Because the thing was that Kai from Dive was the one, because he's my campmate, so he invited me to watch his band perform, and that was when they were performing at the old Parliament House back in 2008, I would say. And I just I just wanted to go to the show and just check the band side, and I just wanted to leave without wanting to talk to anyone because I was afraid. Like, can you imagine you are like a 20-year-old who has never been to a show before? You do not know anyone at all because your friends were never into metal or rock music, and then here you are just watching like a body surf happening in front of your face, like for the first time. You're just like, what's going on?
I said, wow. Yeah, the feeling of, like, seeing that body surf, crowd surf when you first time attended a gig. Yeah, I totally feel you. I was like scared, like, like when you do the body surf, sekali they just throw at you or what. Yeah. I felt that lah. I mean, everyone will go through that feeling. Yeah, I mean, it's normal. It's very normal to have that scared feeling. But in time to come, if you just keep on attending gigs, you'll be alright. Everyone's alright. Yeah, we are alright. The both of us.
Yeah. I would say so, man. Like, I think we all turn out to be well-adjusted adults, man. So, to my relatives who may not be listening to this, like, I'm not weird, okay? I mean, they won't listen to it anyway. I can assure you of that. But I would say as well, like, I mean, jokes aside, like, for the younger generation, I hope they realize that even for like us who have been around for like a decade or so, like, we had our own rite of passage, and it is not as glamorous or as smooth sailing as one would think. Like, we all started out like being afraid and nervous, but then over time when we started like talking to people. Actually, most of the time I think it was people coming up to us and talk to us and asking us about, the show and everything, and then we just get included into their circles over time. I
Yeah,
think
I think that's how we make friends.
it's like how Robin just adopted me altogether into Metal Hot, man. So I think that
I
helps.
a long time also never see that guy, Robin.
He's busy. I'll tell you later.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
no,
Later.
but he's he's
Right.
he's been busy. But final question though, like, I also have to say that I find it really awesome that you've got an equally amazing partner in Amie, who I know as well. He's not a camera, but he's somewhere,
Yeah.
he'll appear at some point. So you gotta tell everyone right now, like the long and short of how you and Amie got to know each other and what he actually does in the local music community.
Oh, okay. How I met Amie? Oh my god. Okay, this is how it was started. Okay. He added me on Facebook. I think that was in the year 2010, 2011. So we were just friends on Facebook. Okay. But at the one time when he added me, he was attached. He was in a relationship. But we were just friends. Okay. So yeah, we were just talking on Facebook, and I kind of like, have my line when I chat with him. Yeah. Like in Malay we call it jual mahal. Like, when he wants to be friendly, but I just give that vibe, like, okay, I just, know your limits, that kind of thing. But he said okay, he's actually alright lah. Then how we met was, I think in 2012 there was a gig at the old food bar cafe in Outram. So I think who perform, Harvester, the first time Harvester performed. And then we were outside the gig venue. I think I was with Tina and the rest of the guys. And then I heard someone calling my name, Syarm, like a few times. Yeah, I was like looking, it was dark. I couldn't see who called me. And then I saw this guy. And then at first I didn't know who I couldn't recognize. Then I was like asking, sorry, you are? Then he said Amie. I said, then I still blur, like Amie who? Then he said Amie Eller. I said, oh, Amie Eller. Wow, we finally met in real life. Okay, so I think during that point of time in 2012 there were a few gigs held at Old Hook Bar Cafe. So I think the following gig he was actually helping with the sound, the manning the sound lah. So I attended the gig. That one, I think Womrock performed the following gig. And then I don't know how, I don't know why, I started to he was my eye candy. Then I kept looking at him. I was moshing to Womrock. I actually kept looking behind just to see his face. You are laughing?
I can literally hear him laugh from here, man.
He could hear you laugh,
Happy,
yeah, so yeah. he like it, yeah, when I saw all this. Yeah, man. Okay. And then yeah, I think that's why I kind of have eyes on him. And then I made the first move. I DM him on Twitter. I don't know why on Twitter where I can actually DM him on Facebook. I DM him on Twitter and I asked for his number. So yeah, we started knowing each other, and then we started going out. Yeah, that was in 2012. So we dated for 3 months, and then we got together until now, and we just got married, coming to our 4th month of marriage. Like, what have I done?
No, you're stuck with him forever, man. You have to deal with his lame jokes forever, man.
Oh my god! Every day, yeah, have to tahan him. Very annoying. Sorry, that's the fact. Yeah. So okay, for those who knows Amie, he plays for the band Intoxicate. He plays the guitar. Yeah, he's a rhythm / lead, I guess. So because Intoxicate is now only a 4-piece band. Yeah. Do you have any other bands that you play? You used to play for Nympholepsy as well, but then the band also now bungkus already. What else? Yeah. Okay. He came from the metalcore roots. Okay, another clan of the scene, local scene.
Another clan.
Yeah.
I like how this is going, man. You're saying okay, in Singapore there's the metalcore clan, there's the rock clan, no, then there's the metal clan.
I don't mean that way lah, but we were from the how to say, because we have different organizers in Singapore, so
yeah.
I think one of the organizers have different types of music that they listen to. So
which is true.
from the scene where he came from, it was from more of the metalcore side. So he used to play for this band called Fallen Project. So for anyone who knows Fallen Project, he used to play for that. Yeah, now the project fallen already. Stop giving more ideas.
It's okay, man. It makes good content, man.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot to tell you, and I think not many people know, but I can say that I am actually an official vocalist for Wynken Delirium as well.
Wynken
Yeah.
Delirium. As in
Yeah,
the
you know that band,
Malaysian.
right? That JB,
Yeah.
Johor Bahru band.
Damn.
So
Congratulations,
yeah,
dude.
so thanks. Actually, we were supposed to do a so-called Malaysian tour like every month. Like now it's July, right? July we were supposed to go Penang and tour and then go KL. But then because of COVID-19, Malaysian tour is cancelled. So like how I joined the band. Okay, because last year in November, they also have like constant changes, consistent change of lineups in the band. So last year November they were supposed to perform in Bintan, but they didn't have there was no vocalist. So Zaihas, the guitarist, approached me and asked me if I could be their sessionist. So I accept their offer. I accepted their offer and we performed in Pijang. I thought that was it. Okay, just one time that was it. But sekali in December they had another offer to perform in Sarawak, Bintulu. And of course they couldn't find a permanent vocalist yet. So they asked me again if I could, session. So I accepted again. So and then after perform when I performed in Bintulu, the Bintulu crowd was also crazy. Like I love them, and yeah, and I think ever since that gig, they kind of proposed to me and asked me if I can be their official vocalist. Yeah, I said let me think about it. I need to focus on my wedding course, right? Because before that I was actually busy with weddings and stuff, right? So let me think. I will give you the answer once um I'm settled with the wedding and stuff like that. But yeah, I think you can say that now I'm the so-called the official vocalist of Wynken Delirium. So right now the band is also in a process of doing songwriting. Um, we are supposed to do some recording and jamming, but of course, the border is still closed. So it sucks. I miss these guys. Like these guys are also fun to be with. You learn a lot of things that I learned a lot of things that I didn't know. Like what I learned with E-Thereal. I learned new things from Wynken Delirium myself because their music is more to the Nusantara type. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I learned a lot of things. So yeah, that's about it.
Actually, I was thinking about it as well. Like, that's a very valid point you pointed out. Like, their sound does have like that the elements of Nusantara as well. And I like that kind of music, especially for like bands around our region, because I feel that it's always important to incorporate our traditional elements into the kind of music that we play, so that there's some sort of identity, when you listen to this kind of music. And I remember listening to like Wynken Delirium, and I was kind of bowled over, man, because at one point they took out like the gamelan and started playing on stage, and I was just like,
Yeah.
what just happened? Like I wasn't expecting this to happen, but this is so cool. And you know what? I was actually when you said that you joined like Wynken, and I was like thinking, I was pretty sure that we went to the same show. And you know what? I remember this. We went to the same show where Wynken was performing, and that was at Aliwal.
Yes, Aliwa, and I was I think I helped them to perform one of the songs. Yeah. Yep, Aliwa. But the first time I saw Wynken Delirium perform in Singapore was actually back in 2012 when E-Thereal performed in Hong Club. So we performed on the same stage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was the first
yeah.
time.
I remember this as well, man. Dude, like, what can I say, man? I think it was just like the stars just aligned, man. And next thing you know, you're just playing for them. And I think that's really cool. I
Yeah,
would
I know,
say.
right? who would have thought I wouldn't have thought that I would play with these guys and actually the music that they play is like it's like a whole new thing for me. But I'm actually happy because we are from the Nusantara region or whatever you call it, and there are things that Zai has that he knows a lot more about this Nusantara thing, and he shares with me a lot, and I learn new stuff. Like it's really interesting. So I'm actually looking forward to see what this band has to offer to me. Yeah, so I have like the best of two worlds, E-Thereal, melodic death, Wynken Delirium with the Nusantara and the groove metal fused. Yeah, infused.
I mean, it's really exciting. And now that you are entering the band as well, like I cannot wait for like the upcoming project. I mean, the upcoming like songs that they're gonna be released because, like you said, since especially with Zahas, like he has a keen interest in like the Nusantara elements. I would love to hear more of it, and hopefully, like I get to see you perform with them on stage at some point. Be
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah. We
Singapore,
were
Malaysia,
we were
man.
actually looking forward. We were actually looking forward to perform in Singapore, Wynken Delirium in Singapore. So yeah, we are just waiting for that day to happen. And please lah, fuck off lah, COVID-19. I just miss going to gigs lah. Like alamak, boring, stay at home.
Tell me about it,
I
man.
mean, I'm not alone. Like we guys, all of us, we are just we just deprived of some washings and body surfings.
some gig experience, yo. Like man, I can't
Yeah,
wash in my room, man. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same.
exactly. My room is too small to wash.
It's okay, but you know what? That being said, I'm gonna conclude the call, and of course, I gotta thank you so much for coming on for today. I appreciate, and
Thank
of
you
course,
for having me.
above all else, as I tell everyone, like I really thank you for the amazing friendship that we have over the years. Like it's been an amazing, amazing journey. It,
Thank you so much, Dalif. Like here's to many years of friendship of our friendship.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the Korean heart shape, man, because it's not cult, you know. What would
Let's
the
do the
older
sunken
brigade
box
say?
style lah.
What the heck is tangent? I don't know what this is, but okay. I guess this
More
works.
like a tick. Like a tick.
I'm just into X, right? Okay, never mind. Uh, you see, this is why people would never like listen to what I say because it doesn't. There's no like quality control. But you know what? Fuck that. Just like rock and metal, like it doesn't have to have a branding or a standard or entry level. Like we do whatever we want, and you know what? The most important thing is that we all have fun.
Yep, definitely. That is true. We must have fun and we should stop having that hostility attitude. Just fuck that lah. We're just gonna have fun. At the end of the day, we're gonna have fun. It's not about being grim and fierce and being called what shit. Sorry, angsty. Yeah.
It's okay. It's the best way to end a conversation, man.
All right.
So
Thanks for having me, Dalif. I really appreciate you, calling me and having this chat. It was really great and nice to catch things up with you.
likewise. I mean, yeah, likewise, man.
Yeah.
All right, Syarm. See you, man. Thank you so much.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.